for the ground. I'm a 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundry mat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone had a good day yesterday. And we are back. We are back in action. Hope everyone is good on a Wednesday today. Wacky Wednesday. And yeah, the man, the myth, the legend. I'm doing well, man. Thanks for asking. I'm doing well. Hope everyone's well everywhere. Hope everyone on Zoom here is all good, guys. And YouTube chat, of course. So let's have a look. Make sure I'm all systems go. Yeah, we do look good here. We do look good. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, obviously, you know, where are we sitting? We're sitting a little bit in a crab-based range here, but we'll have a look at that. Start off with news here. Today, pretty heavy news for the euro. A lot of red. You could see a lot of red here. We have PMI, sorry, later on today for gold. Otherwise, you know, bit of PMI for Gbpjpy later on. Hopefully this news does something. I mean, PMI is not a major news though, which is a little bit annoying because it's just a, you know, manufacturing PMI. Any number above 50 means that economy is growing. So we'll see what this comes back as. You know, we would need something to come back pretty drastically different. You can see it's pretty stable here, pretty grows. This one should come back better than expected. But this is not till probably after. This is after basically stream here. 1:30, not something we have to worry about on stream. Would have been quite nice because it would have at least get GJ moving. But they shouldn't be waiting for this news. There's no reason for price to be waiting for this news. It's not such a big news event. As for euro, same thing, PMI. But you know, you have to worry about the French and the German for the euro. So but luckily they're only 15 minutes between each other, so trades before this will make sense if you have options, because it's only 15 minutes between each other, so that's fine, you know, as at least it's together, grouped together, so that makes it fine. Then in terms of, you know, any other news, we're basically clean here, and tomorrow we'll look at tomorrow. So if we're looking at what's going on the charts at the moment, we're obviously crabbing in a very, very disgusting range. Not gonna lie, it's not looking good, bruv. You know, it's not the best range here, right? We're exactly where we were yesterday. News gave us a nice little push down here. We retraced, came back, bounced off the lows, and then ended up in Crab City here, just going sideways. We are exactly where we were about since 3 o'clock yesterday, and it's 10:30 a.m. We're at the same spot, no progression up, no progression down. So that's not good in terms of wanting to take trades, because you know it's not giving us any progression, any direction, or any ranges, right? Because if price goes sideways, it doesn't create a range, and trading is based on trading a range. So if we're going to look at the higher time frame here, which we use to gain bias, right? So we use higher time frame for bias. If we look at the daily time frame here, very interesting candles. To see 1, 2, 3 dojis back to back is insane. That means that throughout the whole day, that there was equal buying pressure and selling pressure towards the end of the day. And you know, that's obviously looks more fixed than not, and more, what's the word I'm trying to look for, like, you know, planned, right? So to see 3 dojis back to back is pretty crazy. And you know, it shows how limited, yeah, no buyers and sellers, just equal, right? Anything that gets sold gets bought back up to open price, and they're just keeping it at this open price. So it's you know, it means no progression here, and we're still sitting. I mean, the analysis is the same from the beginning of the week. Nothing has changed here. It's the same candle we've had since the beginning of the week. 4-hour time frame still has no progression here. It's just in a range, and we don't really have bias, and this is where it becomes a problem, is because we don't have bias. Because there is no bias based on this. Daily candle is closing dojis, and 4-hour candles is chopping in the range. No matter what direction you choose, there is no real bias. You could say, you know, basically, since we're in a range, you know, buys from the bottom of the range, sells from the top of the range is kind of what's going off here. You know, this is what's kind of happening at the moment. And yeah, that's basically what's going on. So if you come out this market profitable, consider you're doing absolutely okay. Yeah, exactly, right? You need to be extremely, you know, smart decisions in this area, not trying to force. And naturally, don't worry if you're trading this area. You know, it's up to you if you want to trade this area. But if you are trading this area, don't worry if you see more inconsistency in your trading, because that's just going to you know, that's just going to, because of, you know, where we're at, as you know, in terms of the market here. So yeah, you know, going down on the lower time frame here, bring back drawings so you guys can see the drawings here. Basically we have 4-hour levels everywhere. You know, it's pretty tough to mark here. This is a 4-hour. So, you know, otherwise you'll just have 1,000 lines on your screen. For me, for bias today, obviously there's no bias. We are more towards the bottom of the range to the top, and now we're in the middle of the range. So my rules is I don't really want to diddle in the middle. The only clean range we have at the moment is this type of spot right here. If we measure this is around 8 pips, and we have a lot of wicks here. So it's a very small range. We would need a lot of volume to push us through that. If not, would be nice to see this fail and come back to the bottom of the range, and then we just try trade from the bottom of the range back up. That's basically all I'm looking for. Even above here looks nice and clean, getting above weekly resistance. When you go on the 1 hour, you're greeted by all resistance again. So every time frame you find resistance. So it's drastically relying on volume here to give us a push, because if we break out of this range here, it needs to be timed perfectly, because the time that we break out, you need volume. And guess what will probably bring in volume is probably a big boy 4-hour candle close, right? If you have a big boy 4-hour candle close, that's what will give you something like that, right? You're going sideways, then this candle close gives you that breakout. Similar back here, right? Chop, 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 chop. The candle closing above is what tells you it's giving you the volume. So higher time frame, especially something like this, chop in here, that big boy candle close here, closing above, similar zone at major resistance. This big candle here is giving you that opportunity. So we'd want to see something similar here, either a big boy candle close to the downside or upside is what would happen. So, you know, hopefully we could just have some progression. You don't expect breakouts? We're pretty far from a breakout, man. This has to move around, you know, 51 pips to get a breakout. So not right where we are, you know. I would need to see some sort of progression there to have a breakout. It's not like we're ranging at the top of the range waiting for a breakout. So, you know, that's how it's looking here on GJ. So tough spot indeed. Very messy price action. Hopefully we can have some sort of progression so it cleans itself up. And yeah, breakout to the bottom. Where would your breakout to the bottom be? We're already at the bottom basically. So, you know, what, this to this? Nah, that's, look at what happened selling at that yesterday. It's like the worst place to sell at. If you're gonna take a breakouts below 87,500, that's your breakout zone. Fill this wick and continue down to the 4-hour support here. This range here, it's a little bit, unless we had structure, it's a little bit rough because you're selling the bottom of the range. This is not a bias. If we had bias, yes, because with bias we expect continuation. But without bias, we're not going up, we're not going down. Every time we try to go up, we reject. Every time we try to go down, we reject. So what does that tell us? We're probably safer until proven otherwise to, if price comes down, to try to be looking for it to form support to go back up. And if price goes up and forms resistance, we should be looking for it to go down until proven otherwise. Instead of trying to sell from here to here, you know, messing with a 7 pip range, you know, and then getting messed up, you know. So you're probably safer running it like that. If there's structure form below here, yeah, can with volume, if it's like London Open structure form, yeah, maybe can give yourself a 6-7 pip break even fast. It will be kind of like what we did yesterday, you know, something quick, something, you know, this range trading is all looking for something quick. Don't mess around in it. So let's go ahead and look at gold here. Gold having a little pop up here. Yeah, let's see if we can see if gold is gonna give us something maybe. Daily time frame, previous daily here, gonna hide drawings. Previous daily closed bullish here, still within the range. Gold is also ranging here if you look at the 4 hour. So gold is also ranging, GJ is ranging. Gold does have a catalyst later on. We do have the PMI, so that could give us a wick out of this zone. But basically what we have here on gold is we have these two zones. And these are like our liquidity, like price keeps driving up here to grab liquidity and then coming back down. So if price drives up here in London to grab liquidity, that's what New York can do again, is drive back down and give you a move down to after grabbing liquidity from up here. If we start to leave this with heavy candles here, I really do think we'll have some sort of continuation down, maybe to around 2011 here, and you'll see where I get that 2011 from. Is if we bring back drawings, it's a little 4 hour zone here. So looking now on lower time frames, again, there's not real much bias here. Previous daily is bullish here. Previous 4 hour is bearish here. So we're sort of mixed, but we're sitting right at 4 hour support and we're right next to 4 hour resistance. That was a little option just now, this one just here. It was a bit early. I didn't get involved in this, obviously. You've seen me on stream. I think this was a little shot here. 15 pips for like 6 pips break even, and then gave you a little bit of a push here. So yeah, some people got that, which is nice. But yeah, I wasn't looking at the chart at the time. As you guys saw, I was doing analysis, just pulled up. But yeah, that was a nice little shot there. And normally, you know, a little early, so we don't know how many times those will play out if we were to keep on trying them. But as for what we're looking at, if we can identify this as a support here, this is our range. Even this, we can even identify this as our range here. So if price can drive up to here, reject the 4 hour support, this could just be a pull to give us a downside move, and we can come back and retest the 4 hour support. Just play the range essentially. That's all I'm doing. Play the range. We bounce off the bottom, maybe we can sell off the top, right? That's what I'm looking at. So if I can get some sort of change of structure like this, that would give me great confidence. Something like this, like we pump up. It's the exact same scenario here. This is the exact same scenario. We have a pump up like this, right? We come back and test into this zone here. We wait for, okay, here's your resistance form. Let's wait for some sort of support. Then once the support is formed like that, you wait for a close below, and then that should give you your option towards the downside. So there's your close below. This, your obviously stops would be above here. Would you have been stopped out? No, you won't. You just have to hold hell of drawdown, but ended up playing out, right? 1 pip from SL. But yeah, that's the same scenario we're having right now. Is we're having the same scenario where we pull back. We want to get a little bit deeper, form some sort of structure and come back. Even if this just dumps now, maybe selling back in the range can be an option here. Look at that reaction. Yeah, that's 17 pips inside, back inside of this range. So we could get a fake out back inside of this range. And then that can give you options for more downside, right? So yeah, that's probably what I would be looking at here. But that was nice little close above. And yeah, this would be a nice trade. What's up with the caps? Shouting at me? Yeah, we just discussed that. This was a great trade. But it was very, very early. So yeah, that's basically the analysis. See what gold... Unfortunately, this move came pretty early here. That would have been nice if this came a little bit later. So we could capitalize off that together. But congrats to those who got it. Not really my plan to trade this time anyway, so I probably wouldn't be too interested. But that 30-minute close, very nice. So yeah, so that's the analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. 300 of 70 of us in here. Normally we have around 500 at this time. So it shows me that there's actually some sensible traders, which means that people pulled up the charts. They're like, this looks crap. Probably not going to find a trade today. And I'm going back to bed. You know, that's probably what happened. So good to see, you know. And yeah, if you guys don't know already, if we can do the YouTube business, almost 400 of us now in chat. So if we could get the likes up to at least 150, I don't have to ask about it. And you know the drill, guys. It's the YouTube business. It's the YouTube business. Put the blue line, they'll wake up. Oh yeah, man. Problem is, people, when I put the blue line, they take the trade before the blue line, hoping that it will trigger the blue line. Both pairs consolidating. Yes. It is business. Yeah, I appreciate you guys leaving a like. Always supports the channel. Part of the game, hate to say it, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, man, these days so difficult to take a setup. Yeah, of course. I mean, you look at this and say to yourself, does this look easy, right? Just look at it. Does it look easy? No, it's not. It's not. You know, you just, any trades you're taking in here is just, on 30 minutes it looks best. Yeah, it doesn't look any better, man. Doesn't look any better. What are you circling? Did I move it before you wanted to circle? Yep, that looks perfect price action, man. Don't you love holding trades in that type of action? Have a look at GU. Alright, we'll look at GU. I know my boys trade GU. Yeah, GU is moving nicely here. Just closed above here. Closed above this resistance. Setup number 1 is active already. Should be in. Yeah. Yeah, you should be in. You got the thunderstorm as well. Yeah, nice little thunderstorm. There you go. Yeah, should be in. That's your trade on GU right now. Where would you target? Let's have a look. It's a little previous 4-hour resistance here. I'll just use that as a watch. That could be a good break-even point, to be honest. I like that as a break-even point. Yeah, that's a good break-even point. You have this 1 hour here that we just tapped as well. So we're driving into this 1 hour zone. So this could, you know, until proven otherwise, it's good. I think the 4 hour is going to be a major zone, and that's also the daily. So that's a major target. Both that 4 hour and daily is a major target. So I think you can get up to there and then see what happens. But already this is a great push. Oh, it's only 3 pips. That's tiny, man. It looks way bigger, huh? Damn, 4 pip stop loss. How easy is that? That's nice and clean. 4 pips. You can drop a 20 lot. So yeah, that's nice little setup one. Hopefully my pairs give me some sort of setup here. Everything else is giving setups. Only I'm sitting here. How long does it take to become a profitable trader? Well, you need to surround yourself in an environment that will help you get there. If you're going to try do it by yourself, that's, I don't know. It could take you 3 years, could take you 2 years. But if you surround yourself in an environment, if you are surrounded by, let's say, a community where you can constantly get feedback, constantly understand what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, why was that right compared to another time, is it good profit? This is going to make the journey a lot faster. And that's what people need to understand, is that whenever you expose yourself to that environment, it's going to make your journey a lot faster. Now, it's up to you how much work you put, because if you go in there and you never ask for feedback, you never listen, you just sit there and wait for someone to tell you what to do, yeah, you're not going to benefit from it. Hi again, not trying to plug. No, I didn't plug it directly, but you know, it's I have no choice. It's the whole reason I made it, to get people profitable faster. Do you have negative months? If then, how often? No, very, 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 very rarely. Last year, I only had a one negative month, which was January last year, and this January is already positive. I would be surprised if it ended up negative. You know, I would have to mess up a little bit hard. I'll just have to be either extremely unlucky, over risk to try and this month negative. I wouldn't let it happen. That's my fact. Like, I wouldn't let it happen in the last, what do we have, like 6-7 days here. I wouldn't let that happen for sure. Like, I'm up around 6 point something percent, almost 7%. I wouldn't let that happen. I wouldn't let that happen. I would just, you know, keep it easy. Give me a sec, guys. I ordered some groceries and it's here. Need to get it. Man, super annoying when you order groceries and they send you the wrong stuff. How hard to get that right? Should I focus on learning few pairs rather than many? Yes, definitely. What do you order, man? Like, my normal stuff. Chicken, green peppers, strawberries. It's my groceries, man. No time to go out. Just get them to deliver. But then they get it wrong. So you spend more time dealing with them on the phone. You didn't answer my question? I wasn't here, man. Can you take a look at EU? That cell you were saying confused me a little. Setup 4? Yeah, I can show you. So if we look at, this is bouncing from here. This could just pop up here to create a resistance to continue down. So if that 4 hour creates a resistance, cells would start to make sense, which would also flip the daily, right? If that flips the daily, you could continue down bearish. So if this thing starts coming back down below these ranges, there's options for sells. If not, then buys are going to be active. Right? Below those ranges, yeah, but you would expect it to make a new range if it pops up and then retests and then 4 hour closes bearish, you'd have a new range. Like probably the range you'd be looking at is below here. So if we measure below here, yeah, you probably have this type of range to try get below here down to here and see what happens. Because that would also should be breaking the 4 hour low. Where's the 4 hour low? Here. So you'd be looking below the 4 hour low. So let's see where the 4 hour low is. Yeah, your sell's probably going to come at the daily flip as well. See what gold is doing right now? Yeah, so gold dumped back here. Want to see some sort of structure formed and then maybe a close back in the range. If this 15-minute can close back in the back bullish and the next one close down below, something like this, that will confirm me a fake out because we're not technically fully bearish here. We're bounced. We've already tapped the bottom of the range here. It's just simply a bounce. And nothing has closed yet back in the range, right? So there's no confirmation anyways. We've closed bearish, yes, but this could just retest somewhere here, then flip like it's doing now. So I want to see something close back. As for GJ now, yeah, you see what's happening on GJ. Can you buy pork in Dubai? Yeah, you can. YouTube business, everyone, you know what to click. Click the like. Appreciate you, Luciano. If you're enjoying the stream, leave a like. Definitely does help. Yeah, only 400 people in the stream today, which shows me that people are a little bit sensible, right? They look at the chart and they said, listen, I'm not trading today. I'm not joining up. There's no point. This is just crap. There's no way we're taking a trade in here. And if we do, it's probably going to end up being a loss. So that shows me quite a lot of sensible people, right? Now, I'm not saying everyone who showed up isn't sensible because, you know, you can always gain value. But it shows me that a few people, well, actually it shows me that they're just here for trades, right? They're not here for value. Everyone who showed up now is an OG because they're like, oh, okay, I wanna gain more value, even if the charts aren't moving as clean. You know? There are more than 100,000 pairs, but you aren't profitable on one. All jokes. There's not more than 100,000 pairs, so it's a bad joke. But and I am profitable on one. Most sensible people are the most quiet. How do you manage your risk? You just calculate. You need to be able to calculate lot sizes and stuff like that. If you can't calculate lot sizes and stuff like that, you have to be able to calculate. Yeah, this is an exit for GU. Right here. If this comes back to entry like this, you can manage like now watch it on 1 minute. If that 1 minute flips and you're still at entry here, you can just get out. This is your chance to get out. So if this reflips back at entry, so just go break even. If this comes back to entry, it's your chance to get out. Then wait for something a little bit more with confidence. B now, heart attack holding drawdown. Looks good. Yeah, your hard B anyways is going to be this daily resistance. There we go. Look at that. Wow, look at that when it tapped it, huh? Look how it tapped it and just rejected immediately. Hey Harry, I'm here without daily without a miss. Past 2 months, first thing I do is like. I feel quite fair to do when you're teaching good technique for free. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Oh, here it goes. There you go. There's your push. Super happy, huh? It was worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it. Where's my pairs giving a push? Come on. That's so sad. Why? How come you guys are getting this? This is sad. Must be dollar weakness. That's why gold is going up. Dixie dumping? Yeah, that's probably why, right? Yep. Dollar weakness. Nice, man, nice. Well done. Where's your target? Where's your target? You have to have a relevant target, right? For me, I'd not be looking further than the 4-hour resistance because that's your resistance. So that would be my target here on gold would be the 4-hour resistance. And I won't let this come back to entry right now. There's no point in my eyes of this coming back to entry. Nice one, Brian. Saved by the bell. Come on, Tradingview. Load. The markets are so slow, even Tradingview is having trouble to load. There we go. Hey, man. Yeah, they better warm up GJ now, right now, man. They better do something. Better do something. Yo, bro, what do you recommend lot size for a 5K challenge? If you can't calculate your lot size on a 5K challenge, you're not going to pass it. And even if you do pass it by luck, sometime you're gonna fail, because risk management is super basic. If you can't calculate lot size, you can't understand how to risk 1, how to risk 2%, you're way behind. You need to catch up. You're way behind. That's basics. That's easy stuff. Stop trying to go forward. Stop trying to make money if you don't know how to protect the money. Right? Learn risk management, right? And I'm not hating on you. I'm giving you a reality check. Can't even speak. Check. Right? So make sure you know how to do it. Use a lot size calculator, right? Don't reality check. Yeah, I know, right? Make sure you're not risking more than 1 to 3%, you know? Facts, what you're saying, most would just promote their course now? Yeah, no need to do that. Morning, Harry. How did you learn about price action? I realized after looking at smart money concepts that price action is the purest way of trading. Then I researched videos like you guys. What's your analysis on GJ? GJ has no bias at the moment. There's no bias direction. It's just ranging. It's not telling us what it wants to do. It's not telling us whether it wants to go up or down. We have no bias, so we can't pick a direction and stick to that direction. It really is just can do anything it wants. But the one thing I do know, that if this can dump to the bottom of the range and we can create a clean range, and then we can start seeing it reject like it has been doing 1, 2, 3 times, then I could possibly take buys back up. That's the only thing I can make do right now, because that would, if we dump down to the bottom of the range, we would let me show you. So if we dump down something like this, this would create a clean range here. And then if I see a support candle being made, that creates a candle like this back inside of this type of range here, that will give me the opportunity to use this as an LTA, and I can trade back up to this resistance. But if we just crab inside of here, then it's not creating any range for me to trade. And this range is tiny, right? If you measure this range, especially with spread, it's like, it's very, very small. I wonder how big spreads are. Have spreads come down? Because the higher the spread shows me that there's less volume in the market. Let's have a look at what spread is doing. Yeah, spread is still like 1.3, 1.4. It's not small spread here. It's not small spread. If gold now comes back inside of the range, maybe I try this type of fake out trade here. Any idea why GJ has so little fundamentals today based on fundamentals? Would you thought after yesterday's press conference investors more confidence on a bearish yen? Yeah, you would think so, but I think it's mainly being priced in on the bearish yen. Look, we've had a 1,000 pip move this month, so investors are not really wanting to buy it up anymore. They're kind of like that was the move, so that has been priced in. They obviously knew about this before we do, and now they're just holding price, so it's trying to make a decision. Now towards the end of the month we could have some profit taking, which is hopefully what we would like to see here. Makes sense at the top of the range to see some profit taking, and we can start selling GJ and get some type of retracements. That retracement can be bought up next month, and we can go towards the upside again and potentially break through the range. But it's just being super slow. There's just not any volume at all. No investor confidence. This is something outside of our control. Any idea why GJ had a massive drop? Yeah, that was because of Bank of Japan was speaking here. There was a lot of speeches, and that's why it dropped. Can we have a look at NASDAQ analysis? Yeah, of course. NAS is on a rip, man. NAS stocks have been, indices, sorry, have been really easy to trade. This is just set up one after days, man. Here to target this and go. Yeah, man, this thing is nice to trade. That daily no bottom wick though, this is at all-time highs. This is at all-time highs. Let's see some targets here. So we're at a target now. The next target I would have is 17,580. See, based on bodies. Yeah, we're kind of, yeah, we passed. So yeah, the next target I would have is probably yeah, 17,580 here. But we're at a resistance right now, so I'd prefer to see maybe a resistance form. Just follow this, what it's been doing. Consolidate, close above, go. Consolidate, close above, go. Until a dump happens. That's exactly what's going to happen. Good day, sir. I'm stuck in a GA sell from 1927. May I ask for your thoughts? GA. All right. From where? 1927. Oh, all the way down here. Well, yeah, that's your fault, man. I'm gonna be harsh with you. You should have had a plan. It's not. Don't get pessimistic when the trade is going against you, and get optimistic when it's going with you. If you're in a sell from somewhere all the way down here and you don't have a stop loss and you don't know where you're wrong, then you have no plan. I have no thoughts. My thoughts is, if you want me to do an analysis right now, my analysis is okay, daily bearish consolidating, 4 hour also consolidating, but more, I expect this 4 hour maybe to retest this resistance up here at 9.3. But the structure here on GA is more bullish than bearish until we have a 4 hour candle closing below basically 927, which we haven't had. Once a candle closes below there, that probably gives you more confirmation. But you have to have a plan, otherwise, you know, then you're wrong or right. That's very important to be in the market. It's very important to have a spot where you're right and a spot where you're wrong. Right? So you have to make a decision, where am I wrong in this trade, based on your risk, based on market structure, and etc. Extremely important. Extremely important. Well, he said he's stuck in a trade. So I wouldn't, if you're a swing trader, you wouldn't be stuck. It would be like, hey, I'm in shorts. What's your thought of these shorts? So the word stuck makes me believe that it's not going his way. Hedger? Maybe. Take a quick look at the daily candles for GJ. I know what they look like, and they're just doji candles. They don't tell you anything. They don't tell you anything. What is this music? Just lo-fi, man. It's just lo-fi. Just playing in the background. How you look like you enjoyed the Patrol Plenty of Power? Yeah, it's a little bit my project car. I enjoy that. Modified it a bit. What are good months and bad months of trading? I don't think there's such thing. I think times in months can be bad and times in months can be good. I don't think there's good months and bad months. Historically, January and December are the slowest months. But I've seen mid-year months be slow. It's a kind of like December was not slow in my opinion. Everyone is saying that December was slow and it's a holiday. But to be honest, GJ was moving just fine on December, and we took good trades on December. We had a 7 win streak on December. I watched here 12. So how many trades on stream we took? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 win streak here, and then I stopped streaming. You know? Hi, I just joined. Any setup, brother? Setup is for you to pack your bags and leave. That's the setup. Question, man. Don't even ask how I am. Don't even ask how I am. Just, hey, where's the setup, man? December, my best month so far. Yeah, so I think if we're looking historically, yeah, January, you know, this January is definitely always a slower month. So yeah, I would say January and December is just generally what people say slower, but it's a wait and see type thing. Like, you don't know at the time. Like, just because someone says it's a slow month doesn't mean it is gonna be it. But when you start seeing price action like this, obviously it is, right? And you just be a little bit patient during these times. How did you get into trading? Actually, pretty simple. How I got into trading is that I was in crypto first. So I was investing in crypto. And obviously, you only make money when it goes up, right? So when crypto goes up is the only time you make money. And I wanted to find a way where you can make money both ways. And obviously, that led me to trading. And then from there, I went to Forex because crypto was not as consistent. And yeah, that's it. Damn, this is terrible, huh? The last 1.5 hours been just going sideways here. How big is this range on 1 minute? 15 pips? Okay. Hey Isa, hope you're well. Could you analyze Bitcoin? Yeah, sure. Let's have a look at Mr. Bitcoin here. Right. So Bitcoin, obviously, we had this nice little run ahead of the ETF, buy the rumor, sell the news type event. Very, very classic. We popped up to these highs, tested these highs. This was like a major target here. We're looking at monthly. This should be the monthly resistance as well. Yeah. So we tapped that monthly resistance here. Nothing closing above this monthly resistance. I think that we could have a few weeks here, if like maybe a month and a half of some sort of sideways action. Bouncing now, it all depends on this daily support that we have down here. If we can bounce off this daily support here, right? If we can bounce off this daily support somewhere in here, we will see price probably form a range between these points here. See it form a range between probably somewhere here, come back up, retest somewhere around 44, and then probably come back down, probably do this. And then I feel maybe you have one more event where it comes up a little bit higher. I doubt it. I feel like this will be pretty quickly sold into. I feel then we have quite a big retracement here. I'm still not convinced this is a bull run. I do think we have one more pullback in us here first. I don't see why we can't revisit around 26, 30s. It's not out the question, especially where we are on higher time frame. I do think a pullback is very, very, very plausible here. Yeah, around 30 to 26, between that, this inside, somewhere inside of this range. Then maybe we will consolidate a little bit more here. Then it gives us that actual bull run, right? We should have the halving, yeah. But many people are pricing that in already, I feel. Do you buy and sell Bitcoin or just leaving waiting for more higher price? No, I sold. I sell into this pump here. So I've held Bitcoin from very low prices. I've held Ethereum from very low prices. So I take profits, and then when it goes down, I reinvest those profits. So I just double down, not double down, but sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low. And then I always just leave a little bit of Bitcoin to just to be involved in the market, no matter what. Because I bought that when it was still 4 figures. Why doesn't people use Trade Manager for MT5? Yeah, that's also another great idea. If you can't calculate lots yourself, use a Trade Manager. Why are my comments never seen by him? Not sure, man. Not sure. Let's see if I can scroll up and find comments from you. Alright, found one comment. Exact same chart, exact same levels as high 5. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Probably why I skipped it. I love this man. He's streaming without looking for his own profit. Love from India. I appreciate that comment. So I appreciate you, brother. So now your comments are read. Happy? Been holding on to 2017, barely anything made. At this point, I'll be the same price on my... Yeah, but XRP, you have to sell on those pumps and then buy when it dumps again. Very easy to trade XRP. Love from KSA. Welcome, welcome, brother. Man, oh man. Thank you, January. Crab City. What time is Euronews? 12:30, 12:15, 15 minutes after London. How's your desert ride? Yeah, sometimes I take my car in the desert. That wasn't yesterday. That was day before. On Saturday. Just posted it yesterday. Would you say GJ and NAS are the easiest to trade? I wouldn't say GJ is easy to trade. It's just a really good opportunity pair. Like you can get great moves on GJ. Like it's but I would not say it's the easiest to trade. Like right now in the cycle we're in, New York is being a little bit better. But even so, in New York, you kind of have to be quick in and out, you know, quick 10, 15 pips, that's it. And give yourself room in the trade. So kind of negative risk to reward trades in New York are working out at the moment. I mean, most of my trades this month were taken in New York. But they weren't negative risk to reward. They were pretty solid trades. Appreciate you, Amy Z. Appreciate you. Hi, can you explain the trade from yesterday? Yeah, the trade from yesterday was a simple, just a 1 minute scalp. You know, when we're bouncing from the bottom of the range here, we start to break previous 30-minute high. And we've just been bouncing from the top, bounce from the bottom, basically bounced twice. And I don't want to run a very big stop loss here, like a 34 pip stop loss. When you see how lower time frame is building, when we see how the 5 minute closed above this resistance here, it's a very simple trade. All it is that 5 minute closed above this resistance. You're just reading price action back, and you know that, hey, I have a resistance here, the 4-hour support basically, and I can play the 1 minute time frame. We watched how this 1 minute formed, the break of structure here, 1 minute, then closed above here, never broke the highs, and you could say, okay, this candle came down, did sort of a liquidity grab. When it breaks the highs, can give you a quick shot here, right? And that's the one, right? So as soon as now it breaks these highs here, boom, that should be the one. Yeah, and then that gave us the trade. Quick little push here, and that was it basically. So yeah, and you can just keep stop loss below these lows here, 4 because you don't expect it. You want to be, these are like quick scalp, around a 4 pip stop and a 8 pip target here. I closed at around 7 pips here at this candle here. So yeah, you know, just a quick scalp, you know, making use of the conditions we had yesterday. But the difference is we had volume in that, right? So since I had volume, I can play those type of options, right? Now, this is just crap even on 1 minute. When 1 minute is ranging, it looks bad. It's very bad when 1 minute is ranging. Gold also ranging. This closed right at resistance. Brother, I'll disagree. One thing, New York from the start of the year doesn't know what to do. Moves happen, but not smooth. I agree with that, Alexandros. Start of the year, like the first week of January was beautiful, man. London session, damn. I wish I capitalized it off more. I was just not convinced. I was so shocked. First week, we're seeing such great moves. So I agree with that. Yeah, first week was easy. This is just how trading is, though. You know, same thing will happen in New York, and everyone will say, oh, London's better to trade. Then they come to London, and then New York's moving again, London's not moving, then they go back to New York, and then New York's ranging, then they just get messed up. So stick to one primary, one secondary session will keep you safe. If you can only trade one, then be patient, man. You know, it's outside of your control. Can't dictate what the market is going to do. You have the whole year ahead of you. Even if you took four winning trades a month, you'll still make more money than 90% of people. You know? You'll still make more money than 90. Imagine 4 winning trades a month, like profitable trades that's made you profit for that month. Even if that's $200 per trade, you know, that's like $800 extra per month, more than 8K a year extra, just for $200, you know, on 4 trades. Like, understand that long term. You know, you can make a lot more. I've registered for your program. I'm in the wait list. How do you know when you're going to be selected? If you're on the wait list, then probably next month you're going to be accepted, but you have priority, so you'll be guaranteed in. It will just notify you. You'll get an email. You'll get 2 emails. You get one email with the invite to get into the group, and then you'll get another email with instructions. Right? So you'll get 2 emails, don't worry. We are hunting here. The jungle decides what animal will be available today, and it's going to be available to hunt. Yeah, exactly. Do you mark support and resistance? I think I'll leave that question up to you to answer. Would it be possible to catch a big move when the market is consolidating? If you're consolidating in a range, it's very easy to trade. When you get to the bottom of the range, you can buy. When you get to the top, you can sell. But if you're consolidating in the middle of the range, it's a terrible place to trade, and very, very hard to trade in the middle of the range because it can go either way. But if you're at the bottom or top, it's a little bit different, right? Because if we're at the bottom of the range, like down here, like let's say we establish this as a range, and let's say the top has been tested more than 3 times. So if the top has been tested more than 3 times up here, let's say that every time we come to the bottom, we can get big trades towards the top. And if we respect the top, we can get big trades towards the bottom. But trading in this section here, like literally in the middle, this is the hardest place to trade, because if it wants to go back down to the bottom of the range, it can. And if it wants to go back up, it can. So it's a harder place. Obviously, this is not like a proper range. This is not, I wouldn't consider this as like a full ranging market just yet. But GJ is, of course, a full ranging market. And you can see every time we come to the bottom of the range, 1, 2, 3 times, we reject. We come to only mid-range though. We don't go back to the top of the range. So it's not an easy range like some other ranges where you bounce between top and bottom very easy. So trying to trade in the middle of the range here, it's up to it. It can dump right down now, or it can go back up. It's doing nothing. The last 1 hour and 34 minutes, it's done nothing. Every time I don't enter quick 1-to-1, this was your plan from the morning. Why didn't you enter? You sent me this plan. Set up 1, close above, I'm taking a trade. And then you don't enter. And then you take a trade, you lose, and you complain. Oh, it sucks. Why did I lose on this? This you sent me in the morning. I saw this plan. You asked me. It's here in the group. Look, you wrote it. You have to stick to your plan. You asked me here. We got news London Open, right? So only London Open. Look, you said it right here. You wrote this. Why put in the work if you're not going to follow it? Close above here. What did you get? You drew it, man. There's your close above. Accept the loss if it's happened. It's part of the plan. Don't put me like that. Well, you have to learn. You have to learn. I'm not going to be soft. Do we pay every month for the exclusive? Yes, you can cancel anytime. So you pay 1 month, you get the whole month. If you don't want to pay for the next month, you can cancel it. You're not locked into anything. Oops. I will show you. Yeah, I'm giving you some sticks so you make sure you learn, man. If I'm not gonna do it, then who is? Why do you talk a lot than trading? Trading is 90% waiting, man. Trading is, I would say 80% waiting. Like, tell me how I'm going to take a trade when price is doing this. My main pair is ranging. So that's why I'm talking more than trading. And if I was not doing anything, right? If I was not doing it, I would just be sitting here in silence. So go ahead, trade. Do what you want to do. I like the setup 1 on gold. Yeah, there was no setup 1 on gold. Nothing closed above here. Nothing closed above. Oh, earlier? Yeah. I agree, man. Yeah. SPY and NAS flying. 4-hour close? I agree. Yeah, Matthews, it's not really in our trading time. It's something that doesn't really happen too often. But it was nice. So why you're not responding? What do you think about GBPUSD? I've given analysis about GBPUSD like 5 times, man. If you're not here for that, then maybe think about showing up to the stream early so you get all the information and can be prepared. Back in the day, I would be trying to fade the breakouts. With your process setups, helped a lot. Much appreciated. All good. Yeah, man. For you trading in NAS, you must be enjoying the setup ones right now. Bro, I saw a documentary saying AI gonna take over trading. What do you think about it, bro? No, I don't think. Because if AI takes over trading, then the whole economy is being controlled by AI and everyone gets messed up. Hi Harry, do you trade NY session? No, it's not my main session. I use it as a backup. So yes, I do trade it for sure, but it's not like a session where I sit down every day and I'm here like I am now, concentrating on it. I set alerts. If I see a setup, I take it. But in London session, I'm locked in fully locked in London session. Nice little push here on gold. Top 3 favorite bands? Oh. Metallica, the Ramones, and the last one is hard. From childhood sake, I would probably have to say Green Day. From childhood sake. Would you say gold is ranging right now? It's in a range. It's in a range, but it's not ranging, if that makes sense. So we're in a range, but we're not ranging. GJ is just ranging, like it's not doing anything here. It's going fully sideways. So there's a difference between that. Give me a sec, just go toilet, come back. No previous data on NAS 100 US 30. How do you trade that situation? You just use Fibonacci to find targets and you trade key levels and just trail your stop losses. Just take breakouts. Is there any online trading courses that you would recommend? Yeah, probably start off with my free course here. Just take my free course. That will give you good information. And then if you want to take things more seriously, I wouldn't recommend buying a course. I'd recommend being part of something like a group we have where you can speak to me directly and learn to apply the information you learn from videos, and then also get access to more videos, right? And then you can learn. All of these videos are made from the webinars we do in the group, so then you can learn from this and then ask me questions based on it. That's how you're going to get good. Damn, gold pumping here. Maybe we get these same buys that came that we wanted yesterday. If we can clear this 4-hour resistance. If we reject this 4-hour resistance, it still could go down. This is the resistance yesterday we were looking for buys above. This could still be an option here. Damn, some news must be coming out. Look at that. China news. Money going into gold, huh? Fair enough. Bit of Chinese. Has this move at least moved GJ? Oh, we've moved GJ 5 pips. How exciting. What about Dream Theater? What about it? Just touch the equilibrium coming back. I feel first down taken out. What do you think of that? Not the way I trade, man. I finished for plan for GJ. I know you don't agree, but can you press the green check on it? Let's have a look. What's your plan? Buy above, quick break even. Selling below this. I mean, yeah, you're just using a buy above, sell below technique. I don't really always like a buy above, sell below. I agree with the setup 4. Yeah, that I prefer your second buy above. But the first buy above is a little bit tricky. A little bit tricky. This sell below, you just have to, yeah, Euro to aggressive BE. That's all it is, man. That's really all it is. It's a short aggressive BE. That's it. That's all it is. Damn, we reached that 15, huh? Where this candle came from. Do you prefer GJ for London or gold? 100% GJ. GJ is my main pair in London. Gold is not a main pair for me in London. Do you think I'm ready to plan and execute other pairs in parallel, or stick to only GJ some more? If you would like, man, it's your plan, right? But just realize, take it this way. Like, this would be a great time to do it because GJ, you know that there isn't really any setups. But let's say there's a day where GJ looks good and your pair looks good. That's a day where you'll have to make a choice of which one you want to go with. Or you go half risk on each to equate to your full risk, if that makes sense. You know? Yeah, so it's totally fine, yeah. What pair would you choose? Zulu. Low spreads, high volume. Yeah, something with a super low. EU, GU, UCAU. What happened with the volume of gold? GJ just ranging all week? Yeah, tell me about it, man. Make the call? I wish I could make the call right now. If the 50-minute candle doesn't have a bottom wick, should we be careful with buys? Yes, exactly, ML. Because at any time, it can make a bottom wick during your trade. So at any time, it can flip, make a bottom wick. So if you're in a buys and you're in profit, and then it goes something like this, let's say this opened, now you'd be in heavy drawdown, wondering what you should do. Right? You should be wondering, should I close? I don't know. But if it's already happened, then it's fine. Yeah, towards the end of it, yeah, that's fine. Like Euro USD, on a 15-minute candle, you know, sometimes with high volume you can ignore it, but an hour open, stuff like that, you do want a bottom wick. If you're looking for buys, right? But if you're looking for sells and there's no bottom wick, you should be happy. Because that's nice. When it flips, you can enter. I would like to ask, you need to learn how to use Fibonacci. You take structure. So if you're trying to find targets when we're at all-time highs, you take structure on high like a 1 hour. So 1 hour, there's no structure. I mean, literally we have this structure here only. And then you would draw a Fibonacci from the low to the high. And that's how you'd find your targets. Somewhere in these. So like a next target would be up here. And that's just a very basic layman's way of finding targets. And if we draw a line, look what happened. You see that? Basically on the dot. Look how I drew that. You see how that works? Fibonacci was drawn from the bottom here of the body. And it was drawn exactly from the top here. Look, exactly. And look where it lined up. Pretty much exactly on point. This would be your target. We hit this target and rejected it pretty much as accurate as you're going to get. some sort of movement here on GJ. You're the best FX London streamer, hands down. I only wish I found you sooner, but we're here now. Cheers. Appreciate you, GG. Appreciate the comment. Appreciate the support. Shout out to you. Lots of fake outs in gold at London session? Yes, exactly. If gold closes above on 1 hour resistance, grabs liquidity, would you consider buys? Yes. GJ finally making a bit of a move? Yes, finally moving 8 pips. Lobster Nation? Yes, sir. Is late New York a good session to trade? It's not a session. That is after a session. I just opened a trading account. What do you suggest? Learn the skill. Risk so little that it won't affect you because you're probably going to lose in the beginning. So learn the skill because the skill is not going to pay you, not the account. The account won't make you money. The account is just a tool. But you have to learn how to make money with that tool, how to use the tool. I find trading Euro a little scary against the USD. Like trade gold GJ over EU. Do you do this? No, I trade same gold and GJ. So is that good? I'm too busy at NY time. Well, you're here on a London stream. Why not trade London? Can I start trading in IC markets using a $30 account? Not sure what their minimum deposit is. You'll have to check what their minimum deposit is. $200. The minimum is $200. So no, you won't be able to trade with $30. The broker says minimum 150. Yeah, that's their minimum deposit. If you're depositing less than, I would say, $100, you might as well start on demo account. Because $100 should be like an entry criteria. You know, put $100, risk only $1 a trade, and that's it. I can't watch your trade and I can't watch your stream and trade at the same time. I need to either focus on what you're teaching or focus on your trading. That's fair enough, man. Then when you find the trade, just mute the stream and concentrate on what you're doing. According to you, what minimum amount? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what amount, just whatever you're comfortable and whatever you want. It really doesn't make a difference. It's your own journey. You could have someone make $10,000 a trade, someone make $1,000 a trade, someone make $500 a trade. They could all be taking the same trade and have the same skill level, but one doesn't mean they're better than the other. One just means they're either more financially sound than the other, and that's it, right? What do you think about SMC and ICT concepts? I think it's an I can't even speak. It's complicating things too much for me, and I think it can make you very confused on the charts, which is unhealthy. And I think it's just price action. In my opinion, it's price action. I know traders who are successful using it. It's a great marketing tool because it sounds fancy and like the best way. But if you're not finding success in it, then don't be afraid to go back to a more simpler strategy. Don't be afraid to go back to something easier, because that's probably going to end you up. At the end of the day, your goal is to be profitable. Doesn't matter how you do it. But if you're doing really well with it and everything makes sense and it's super easy, then stick with it, man. Do you. Any thoughts on the setup 5 that happened 1 a.m. on GJ? Doesn't like it 1 a.m. on GJ. Isn't that tell you this thing really doesn't like up? Setup 5. Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, it just respected the 1 hour resistance. That's more relevant. Now that we're establishing more of a stronger daily resistance here, it's becoming a problem, you know? So that zone is just becoming a problem. How'd you set up your Fib tool? That's the settings. Take a screenshot and there you go. Right, London Open here. Let's see how candles are closing on everything. We have a GJ doing nothing. It literally tried to go down and came back up. 1 hour candle on GJ is closing bearish though, but at support. 30-minute bearish at support, 15-minute doji, and that's basically it. So nothing too exciting here on GJ for London Open. For gold here on the other hand, 1 hour time frame here has opened up. No bottom wick here, closed below resistance. And yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what might be an option here? If you want to risk it for the biscuit, if this 5-minute taps 4-hour resistance and starts to reject it, like now if it gets back below it, you can anticipate the 1 hour to make a bottom wick because it closed below, right? And you can run a small stop loss, 10 pip stop, and anticipate it to make a bottom wick. You know what I mean? On GJ. Below here, you mean? Yeah, the only problem is we have all of this 1 hour crap here. It's the bottom of the range, and the information we have is it's rejecting that every single time. So just you do it, but you go very quick PE. Like the minute you tap that, you're done. Like yeah, something like that. That'd be ideal. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would be momentum based trade. Lost my first trade this year doing something with SMC. Yeah, just make sure you have a plan. If you have a plan you can follow, even if you lose a trade, it's not a big issue, you know? What model system do you trade? Price action. I trade using price action. That's the way I trade. How long did it take you to be profitable in trading? Over a year. It took me over a year to become profitable. But you have to prove to yourself that you're consistently profitable after becoming profitable. So it'll take you a year after that to prove to yourself that you have consistency. Would 15-minute closure above for gold be okay? Yeah, you probably want a bottom wick on the 1 hour first. So if this can make a bottom wick and then close above, that will be fine. I mean, once we get back below this 4 hour, as long as we respect this 4 hour, this should make a bottom wick. I mean, you could literally just sell it for 12 pips from this 4 hour resistance, put stops above here. Because we closed that 1 hour resistance, right? We're not above resistance, we're below resistance. So this, I expect this to be a liquidity grab. Will Euronews affect GJ? If it comes out something drastically different. Something drastically different, yes. I've blown up 7 accounts of $100 each and recovered all now, earning $300 to $400 with a $100 account in a week. Does it sound good? Still lacking. You're not lacking, but you're trying to flip $100 accounts every single week is not a good practice. Long term, it can bite you pretty hard. Long term, it can bite you pretty hard. So I'd be careful about that. I'll be careful about that. Thoughts on UJ closing below? I haven't looked at UJ. I have a line here, so. That's a very strong support, huh? Previous daily bearish, previous 4 hour bearish. Yeah, you need structure below the 4 hour resistance. He sounds like you. Yeah. I would say some thunder at least minimum below 4 hour resistance. It's a pretty heavy zone, right? We will count GJ moves in pipettes, not pips. Yeah, exactly. Sounds like I'm feeding a snake. Can you suggest any change? Since you're risking only $100 per week, still do it because you're in profits. But as soon as you find inconsistency, don't double down. Don't go put another 100, and then blow all of your hard work. So since you're already in profits because you make 400-500, risking 100 out of that 400-500 is not bad. But just make sure to have control when it's not going your way. Is French news? No, it would just, if anything drastically happens with news, you'd see money come into the yen. That's basically how it will work. Who's here? Wait, give me a sec, guys. My groceries that messed up are now here. I wonder if gold can 5-minute can close below here. Yeah, this is just dog water price action today, man. Look at this GJ, man. It's a stupid question, but how do you understand that the candle is holding the level constantly? I have a problem. You wait for closes. Always wait for closes. Close above or below. That will tell you. Right? Wicks don't mean anything. Wicking at a level. Right? It's showing you rejection. You can get information, but the confirmation. Right? There's difference between information and confirmation. The confirmation comes from closes above. Or below, whatever you're looking for. Anyways, Euro news here in 1 minute. Let's just see what happens for fun. Let's see what happens for fun. There we go. There's a Euro news. Open, no top wick. Dump down. So nothing too exciting. Obviously not affecting GJ at all. Oh, it did the same move. Is it recommended to trade after the NY session? No, stick to the sessions. Why would you want to trade after? It's not, you can, but it's not recommended, I would say. Alright guys, I think the longer I stay here, the more it's just going to waste time and I'm going to lose money in these markets. So this is why I'm going to basically call it a session here. Nothing's much is happening for me. Things are just going sideways. I think on gold, if we could start breaking above this area here, would be good for buys. For sells, you want probably something closing back below the 4-hour resistance. If we keep rejecting it, it's going to keep just rejecting it. It's pretty self-explanatory. But I think if we can close back above this area, will be good for buys and can continue up towards this resistance. That is something I'll be interested, but that I won't think will happen for another 30 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe even by New York, who knows. But if we get back below the 4-hour resistance here, there could be a quick scalp trade, but we'll have to see. I don't want to force anything and you know, end up messing up my my week here, when I know price action is choppy, you know, especially stuff like this on GJ. So yeah, with that being said, guys, gonna call it off here. Well done for sitting on your hands today. Definitely will keep you safe, will stop you from losing money, and hopefully we can just get out of these ranges. It's very simple. As soon as we get out of these ranges, it's gonna be smooth sailing, I hope. And yeah, it's just a game of waiting now, which is, you know, part of trading here. So we'll see what ends up happening. That being said, guys, take care. Trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.